Okay, I'm gonna show you what my idea was and how I implemented it. So the general thought was there is some research group and they need information from different hospitals, and these hospitals don't want to do analysis or themselves or send data back to the research group because the data is sensitive. And so the idea is that they don't send the data, but the research group sends an agent to the data, so to the hospitals, and this agent does analysis on premise, so to say, and sends back the results. Obviously, the first thought is, okay, this is a total security disaster, but it just depends, in my opinion, how this is implemented. So my idea was to have a software pre-installed on the hospital's machine. So here it is just a Swift Mac app, and then this would be the receiver side. So at this point in time, there's no analysis request, but I made a little skill. It just takes a folder, instructions for the agent, and some security, so some signing that will be validated. This is how it looks. So this would be the receiver side now. In Codex, I use the skill to send off my study to, in this case, like Vienna, and then they are in the software and see, oh, okay, there's a new analysis request coming in, and they see from who it is, and this would be verified then, okay, this is actually coming from like this research group, and I can even look into the actual request that came in full. So what is the purpose of this analysis request? What are the instructions for the agent that is going to run on my machine, and what it should do and what it should return. So all this I can actually look into if I want to, and then I decide as the receiver which data this agent can analyze, and so I can add here a CSV file, for example, and I can also add a Postgres connection. In this case, I will do this, and then I can start the agent session. So the agent will go now. I have this debug window just for myself right now, but you can also see here, this is doing OpenAI API requests. So I made a little custom harness because this has only 4 tools. It doesn't run Bash, or it's not able to run Bash or anything except these tools. And these tools are send message, which sends a message to the front end here. If the agent wants to communicate something to the user here, it can ask questions to the user, which will probably happen in a moment, and it can run safe queries, which are validated SQL queries that are restricted to aggregations that don't expose the agent to any patient data or anything. But yeah, it's working here. It's doing SQL queries. Here's a question coming in from the agent. So it's about readmissions in this example analysis here. So basically how long after a patient was treated he came back, and this is like in the data kind of bundled in with different patient information, and the agent is running analysis on this. So it's asking here, I need a canonical source before producing numbers. Which source should I use for readmission in the final report? So here's some duplicate sources because I added a Postgres and a CSV, and I can say, I just do anything here. Okay, there's another question here. Do you have an additional or revised approved data set? I say no more data. Okay, and now here I have the final report. So this is the fourth tool that the agent has. It has send message, ask user, run safe query, and submit result. The submit result tool is a way for the agent to ask for permission to send back a JSON object back to the sender, so in this case back to the research group. And so this is an open tier and formatted nicely, so I as the hospital in this example can look through it and see, is this all safe to send off? Am I okay with this? Or I can even say, okay, I reject this, and the agent, let's actually do that. And so the agent will then ask me, okay, it was rejected, which revision should I apply before we stage it? And I will say, okay, precision, so shorten this to only these segments only. And then now the agent made a new more concise result that omitted some things that I didn't want to have in the final result that gets sent off. And in this case, I say, okay, approve and save. Obviously, it would then just be sent back to the person that requested this analysis. Okay, that's it. Thank you, and bye-bye.